I'm doing it. I'm going to create another course. So, my AI lead finding course, which was tremendously helpful for so many of you to be able to understand how to talk to AI, how to find leads using Claygent. It's an AI agent framework inside of Clay to go research information about that person and research information about the company. But there was a pressing question, which is, what do I say? Now, what do I say is the question of our day. And I think the problem with what do I say is that it cannot begin from a haphazard list, at least not well, because the more the list is diluted, the more the message is diluted. And so, what I'm going to attempt to do in this next course is to begin at the beginning, which is if you're working with a company or you work in go-to-market at a company and you are tasked to grow, you have two major challenges. The first major challenge is who are we for? And by extension, that is also who are we not for? Who are all the people that will not get the most amount of benefit? And the who are we for question, the positioning question, you must answer that question first before you can answer the next question, which is, why do they care? And if we attempt to go to market to say that we can do everything for everyone, the why do they care question becomes not about an insight, not about a value prop, right? Value is like intrinsically for the other person. What ends up happening is you get copy that starts with, I saw you. I saw you were doing this. I saw this was happening. I saw this was happening. And that is a position of weakness because it's basically outsourcing my understanding to your actions. And that is, I can't tell you anything unique about you that I know or that I have a hypothesis. I can only tell you about actions I have seen in the world that seem to correlate with some value to you. Now, different thing if I pick a niche, because then I start to understand that niche and I understand the buyer and I understand their world before me and I understand the world after me. And that means that I can forecast into the future what is next for you. But I can only do that if I have a really narrow perspective on who you is in this case. So I thought a lot about pricing because this is really a lot of my thinking, and I priced the last course at $299. I try to make it as cheap as possible. I put a lot of work into that course. And I thought, should I give discounts to my buyers of the first course? But I think I'm going to price this at $299. And it'll be the same price for everyone because I want you to respect the knowledge. So it has to cost something. And I also don't want to shill, which is just to say that I want the knowledge to be spread. I want it to be a price where you will invest in learning it, but not so expensive that you have to make a deeply considered purchase. And and where I can deliver you a 10x, 50x, 100x ROI on the purchase, like almost blind. So I reserve the right to change my mind, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be here in the studio to do it. I'm going to be doing it away from here. But you'll get the same quality of content. You won't see my baby blue eyes here against the wonderful studio light. But this will help you answer the question of who are we for and why do they care? And that's what the course will do. So comment below if you are interested in this course at $299, and let me know what you want the modules to be. You know, I'm thinking about a targeting module, which is how do you identify that without any, and I'm going to do this sort of with a hand tied behind my back, because I'm probably going to pick one company to do this for, to do the entire course for, just like I did with shovels. So you can see that process in depth for a single company all the way through. Now, it might mean that the company that you work for is going to be a little bit different, but this should give you some insight into the chain of thinking that I have. And I think that some of the modules will be targeting. We'll talk about messaging. We'll talk about data gathering. We'll talk about defining a unique insight. And we'll go from there. And I hope that you're going to gain a ton of value out of it. And I'm really grateful. I can't tell you how grateful I am to see. I think I've now sold somewhere between $13,000 and $15,000 of the $299 course. And besides the immense vote of financial responsibility you have placed upon me, which I'm very grateful for, but I feel really good that a lot of people are buying it and learning from it. And that's why I do this. I don't do it because I want to build $1 billion company. I don't want to do that. I want to make meaning in people's go-to-market lives. And I want them to understand that you don't have to agree to do the things that we did before that aren't working anymore. There's a better way. Thanks so much for listening to my rambling on this Sunday, October 13th. And comment below. And I'll put the course link of the existing course in this post and on the YouTube description. Have a blessed week. Oh, this is a dog picture I took. That's Boss. He loves his ball, and he's very focused on it. I actually won second place in the Santa Cruz County Fair, not for this photo, but another photo of Boss, if you care to know. Bye.